So the day is finally here. Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 82 has released, and it's alright. It's okay. It's pretty good. I'm like my initial response to it, which is kind of like it's kind of just like how I am to most things that happen when Dragon Ball drops. It's I open it, I approach it with so much anticipation, hope, and intrigue and interest. And as I read it, it kind of just I stay at that level. If you get what I'm saying, it never really jumps. It only just my level of enthusiasm. My level of enthusiasm just remains constant, or it lowers. Like very few things happen during the story nowadays that actually catches me off guard and jumps. And that's mostly because we look at the spoilers ahead of time, right? We kind of already know the chapter before it comes out, but but we really only know it from like a visual standpoint. What you get when the actual chapter drops is the dialogue. All the dialogue that happens between these characters. We aren't privy to that in the spoilers. So that's really what I like to dive into and look over multiple times, is what these characters are actually saying to each other. And nothing that we weren't already ready for. So it's like in retrospect, thinking back, it's not so much that I'm just bored while reading the chapter. It's just that I've already read the chapter, and the parts that are new to me, then nothing's all that quite spectacular is happening. So I think that's something to take into account when most Dragon Ball YouTubers are doing these so-called reviews or whatever. So with that in mind, a quick summary for those who may not remember or have not read it yet. Goku and Gas are hopping through a part of the universe. I don't want to say all over the universe, right? Because if it was like that, it's like, why didn't Goku go to Earth, right? He's like, hey, let me stop here real quick. Hey, I can get some Senzu beans real quick, or hey, Dende, come here. Listen to Meki and how it's done. We need somebody to heal us. But yeah, so they're just hopping around a part of the universe doing instant transmission while fighting, and Goku is somehow keeping up. It's like I'm really we gotta dive into this, because it's a little bit just doesn't make sense. I'll circle back to that. All right, but they're going back and forth, hopping over, and they visit one planet, they visit the next. You see Manaka, you see people from the Universe 6 and 7 tournament, you see the Galactic Patrol, or what, the king of what is he the king of? Not the king of space. I forget what he's the king of, but we see him and he's naked. Gas goes face first into his bathtub, all that good stuff. And then we get to the Galactic Patrol prison, where it turns out that Gas and the Heaters, have had prior dealings with some of the antagonists from the last arc, and they do some teasing on Gas's, at Gas' expense. Talking about how he kind of wet his pants one time, and he clearly feels all of that shame. And then eventually they get down to Whis. They teleport to where Whis and the Oracle Fish are, and Goku does this mad dash, hopping back and forth to get back to Planet Cereal, and Gas has to end up taking the long way back, right? Since Goku is there by himself, the Heaters don't want to actually run up because they're afraid to lose. And Manito, Vegeta, Granola, Goku, and Oatmeal, he's back. He matters still. They all retreat to Manito's and Granola's house. And Manito drops the bombshell of that he has Bardock's scouter, and then that takes us to a flashback where we see another part of Bardock and Gas's fight. And this was really the most interesting part to me. This is what made it actually like, oh, I'm actually intrigued again. And it's just, I guess it's just because Bardock's cool. It's just cool seeing Goku who's not, but he's not Goku, and just the way he looks and the way the fight. And honestly, I feel like Gas. It'd been better if Gas stayed small, right? I don't like tall Gas. Tall Gas is tall Gas is nightmare fuel. I don't appreciate that. And those husks. I don't know about those husks either. It's like he was fine the way he was. You know, he was fine the way he was. Maybe he just, you know, like an outfit change, but like maybe do something with those Peter Pan tights. I don't know, but you know, I like the way Gas looked. But yeah, the Gas versus Bardock fight is easily the best part of this chapter. It's you know, it's no mystery why they chose that part to put the actual title of the chapter. Like, oh yeah, so now the chapter is really starting. You know, this is what we were all really waiting for. And I like listening to Geekdom's review on this, and it's like, yeah, it almost seems like that first part was filler, like it was like leftover from a previous chapter, right? Like, did we need that? You know, was it really important? I don't know. You know, a lot of things, a lot of decisions in this, you know, in the Granola the Survivor arc have been a little bit questionable, you know, to say the least. But long story short, I like this part, right? So we eventually get the cliffhanger, and you know, the idea is that in the next chapter we will see just exactly what happened, you know, 40 years ago. And a couple things here, let's make this easy, just to make sure I touch on everything. Let's start with what I liked about the chapter. As I said, my favorite part is the Bardock versus Gas part. You know, just seeing Bardock fight, seeing you know, the way he's drawn, some of these angles and shots, they look cool. And it's just, you know, I like seeing Gas back in his mini Munchkin version. Gas, you know, I love those. What is this? I got it up here in front of me. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Out of what? It was this 48 pages. 6 out of 48 pages are top choice. You know, it's like, God, if they had just, like, I don't know why they chose to break it up the way they've done it. You know, because they like this. Like, everyone likes this. They probably did it, and this is the scary part. They might have did it because they're worried that they can't make an interesting story on their own, so they're using the allure of Bardock to bring in people, bring in readers and stuff. And you know, it's like they're sort of clickbaiting us that way. So they're sort of clickbait. Oh my God, I can't say it. They are sort of clickbaiting us with that, and they don't want to just use it all for just one chapter, so they're spreading it out to, you know, pump up the numbers for multiple chapters and not just one. That's the scary version of why they're doing this. I hope that is really not the case. It's Dragon Ball. There should be no reason why someone should be short on ideas of what to do with Dragon Ball, like, in order to make it interesting and, you know, unique, fun, and cool. Like, that shouldn't be a problem. So I hope that's not what's going on here. But yeah, I like the Bardock versus Gas fight. As far as what Goku was doing earlier, it's no. I mean, it's well, let's see. What else did I like? And forgive me, this video isn't as edited as, you know, the other ones are. I'm like, I want to do more of an unfiltered review and just response, and, you know, like what I'm thinking as I look over this chapter. So I might not edit a lot of this stuff out, but let's see. Another thing I liked, though, was definitely when Vegeta had put on the Scouter. Call it what you want. But yeah, that nostalgia grabbed me straight by the balls. It's Vegeta. It's cool to see Vegeta with a Scouter on again. It's like, how long has it been since we've seen Vegeta with a Scouter on? Like, probably the last time, you know, Bardock was alive. It's just been that long, you know. So it's like, it's nice to see that. That was cool. But I mean, like I said, most of the rest of the chapter was just kind of I did find it's intriguing what Whis was talking about, as far as talking to Goku, as far as how he will master UI, like when he will get better at it is when he makes it his own, you know, and not try to so much copy Whis or copy how Mirrors do it. You know, he's got to make it his own. And yeah, they kind of like, you know, went a little backwards. So it's like, well, I thought Goku was already good at this, you know. Call it, say he was copying Mirrors or copying Whis, you know, whatever he did while he was fighting Moro, that was a good enough version in most of our eyes. And it's weird that he's not able to replicate that, but I mean, it is what it is. So moving on to what I feel though were things that held this chapter back. A lot of that whole bouncing around from each planet to each planet, Goku fighting Gas, and just the galactic prisoners teasing him. I mean, it's like, I'm sure there's a point to it. You know, I'll be doing some, you know, more videos in the coming weeks between now and the release of Chapter 83. Like and subscribe if you want to see those videos. But I'm sure there was some kind of point. But as of right now, just, you know, sitting here, it's like, this just really isn't doing it for me. It feels like you're slowing things down for what should be a pretty high stakes, you know, adrenaline rush moment. Like the most powerful warrior in the universe has got you on your heels, and you're just running for your life, basically teleporting, trying to wear him down. And like, just seeing Goku basically parry and dodge and match blows for blows with the strongest warrior in the universe, you know, it's just like, it's just hard to believe that. Like, remember way back when, and I know Dragon Ball Z isn't Dragon Ball Super, but just bear with me real quick. Remember back when Tien was fighting Nappa, right? And Nappa was so damn powerful, and he's so amped up to where he punched through Tien's block. Tien had his arms up for a block, but Nappa just punched his whole arm off. Like, that's the kind of power gap I think fans, or definitely, let me not speak for everyone else, me personally, that's the kind of power gap I was expecting when the strongest warrior in the universe tried to square up, or rather Goku tried to square up with the strongest warrior in the universe. You know, that's the kind of stuff you expect to see. You know, I don't want to see Goku get dismembered, but you know, just something on this level. I want to see flexes. I want to see flexes of power that Nux Taku would be proud of. Okay. And we're not really getting that. Instead, we're getting, you know, a dude who looks like a panda teasing a dude who looks like a walrus about pissing himself when he was a child, which is like, okay, who teases? It's like, and the fact that the gases would be so, you know, sensitive about something like that is really just like, you know, they really, if Gas is supposed to be the big bad of this arc, they really just made him a joke, and it's like, it's gonna be hard to take him seriously after this. Honestly, it's gonna be hard to take him seriously. You just won't. It's already hard to take a lot of things seriously in Dragon Ball, just because it's like, no big deal, we can just get the Dragon Balls, wish them back, or it's like, no big deal, they can just, you know, get healed or get some sensu beans, or, you know, teleport somewhere, or just, you know, there's a lot of things that negate a lot of the tension in Dragon Ball, and I don't think, like, they don't need help from Toyotaro and the rest of the writing staff doing that, you know. Well, like, hey, let's try and keep this a little serious, you know. But you know, for what it's worth, yeah, that Goku and Gas had you know, a couple nice like shots in their fight. Nothing that was on the level of what I felt Bardock and Gas was. And you know, something worth pointing out there too, it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the most powerful warriors in order for you to put together a good fight scene, you know, because it's not the nostalgia with Bardock, it's just that he looks cool, and the way he's drawn, the way it's a different look, it's a different everything. It's at nighttime. It's just, everything about that fight scene is just more, it's just something different. It's not better, it's different, and I think that's what people like about it. That's why people are interested. That's why people wanted to see Broly. It's just something different, you know, the same but different. If you're in the advertising or just, you know, business world, you might have heard that before. the same but different, and that's what Bardock versus Gas is giving us, and Goku versus Gas is not that. So but yeah, it's just now I will say this though, something I did find intriguing, and like I said, I'm gonna go over a lot of these things a lot more in depth. I'm kind of just, you know, skimming all over the place, jumping all over the place, looking at the chapter here in front of me, just jumping all over the place, and until I get down to I'm trying to make it as succinct as possible, but yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to keep it unfiltered and uncut here, and just my raw emotions and actions. I'm sitting in a chair. My raw just emotions and initial thoughts though. So but yeah, something that I did find interesting is that they took the time to show that the Oracle Fish didn't know who that guy was, right? Like Gas, he didn't know who Gas was. So it was like it's like after Gas left, you know, Whis was like, oh, you know, it's too bad he didn't stay or whatever. Like, hey, we could have hung out, you know, had some food, you know. He's like that. We missed an opportunity to just, you know, chill. And the Oracle Fish is like, who the hell was that guy, right? You know, like, who is that? And, you know, Whis is shocked, like, huh? You don't know who that is? I thought that was like, didn't you foresee him as the strongest warrior in the universe? The fact that they left that in is a pretty strong indication of, one, Gas is not the strongest in the universe, or two, he's not who the Oracle Fish was talking about, right? So it's like either that wish was fugazi, and like the theory we have here on the channel is that Elec lied about it, like he didn't actually wish for Gas to be the strongest, or like it's circumstantial or something like that. Whatever it is, maybe Gas isn't the strongest warrior in the universe exactly, right? That's not the wish that Elec made. You know, it's either that or who Oracle Fish foresaw. It was, you know, he saw someone else when he was making that prophecy. Like, the prophecy is still yet to be fulfilled, you know? So, yeah, that was probably the most interesting dialogue that was exchanged in the chapter, and it's very subtle. You might miss it. I wonder how many other people are going to talk about it. The great thing I love about my channel, little humble brag here, but because I talk mostly just about the manga, we get to dive into these little things that most of the bigger channels, they just skip right over. You know, things that they just don't think matters, or it doesn't give them enough clicks and views. You know, they're monetized, shit. they're worried about making money, you know. So it just gives us more opportunity though here on this channel, here at Court Jester, to you know, to shine. It gives us the opportunity to talk about these things, and so thanks Geekdom and Unrelent, all those other guys, you know, who don't take the time, because yeah, we're gonna do that here, and that's why you should like and subscribe to Court Jester. Yeah, but yeah, so that was an interesting piece of dialogue between Whis and the Oracle Fish, and yeah, you know, it's like between that and the Bardock fight, that's what I liked about this chapter. And 7 pages total isn't enough to where I could call this a good chapter. Things are happening, definitely. It's Dragon Ball, and things are happening. Which is, you know, usually going to cruise you up to at least a 5 or a 6, you know. It's like off rip, you know. It's just going to be good just because you're a fan of Dragon Ball, right? But, I mean, it's like, what else did they give you, you know? And it's like, not all that much, you know. So, I'm like thinking about what I would score this. I'm going to give this chapter a 6 out of 10. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just, you know, it's somewhere in that range, you know, somewhere in the 60s, you know, like a 61, 62 out of 100 or something like that, 63, you know, like it depends on when it catches you. Maybe on a good day, it's a 67. On a bad day, it's a 61, you know, out of 100. So it's just kind of how that goes. But yeah, rounding it down, you know, it's just a 6 out of 10. And hey, I'm still like, there's nothing in here that would make me just bail on Dragon Ball. I know some people were just pretty like disgusted with the whole he remembers Bardock and Gine. Oh, get the fuck out of here! Like, you know, it's not that big a deal, you know. I mean, yeah, hey, something he said in on the scouter, like you said, what, stay alive? Yeah, I'm looking at here. He said stay alive, and it's like, hey, he said stay alive to me, you know. And it's like in that same, you know, manner that he said it in the exact same way. I believe that. I believe that. The whole thing is though, I just, you know, again, it's like this, what's gonna happen because of it, you know. This is a great tool, you know, like a PlayStation, like for instance, a PlayStation 5 is awesome. If someone gives you a PlayStation 5, that is super cool. If they just well, I'm fucking up with my analogy here, but okay, what I'm trying to say is PlayStation 5s are cool, okay? But a PlayStation 5 isn't jacked unless you have a controller. Alright, you need a PlayStation 5 controller, or that PlayStation 5 isn't jacked. So these memories are the PlayStation 5, okay? But it all depends on if they're going to give it the controller. Are they going to capitalize on having a PlayStation 5? Are they going to get the controllers? Are they going to get the games to go with it? You know, one by itself is nothing. So Goku's memories, cool. But what are they going to do with it? You know? So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And we have to wait another month just to wait. Like, oh my God, I'm making a video soon just about, you know, this whole release schedule. Because I think, I have my thoughts, you know. So hey, more videos coming soon from the channel. Let me know how you feel about this. More just me just, you know, talking off the cuff, not so many edits in the, you know, in the audio, and just, you know, kind of letting it roll, letting it fly. It's like it's my version of a live stream, you know. Like I can't, I do not have the kind of audience to command a live stream, but I still like to give that kind of, you know, that kind of what am I trying to say? See, I don't have the benefits of editing right now. You're realizing I can't talk. I don't have the benefit or the power to wield an audience of, you know, numbers that I would feel would be respectable for a live stream. So, you know, I can't do that. But what I can do is this, so we can just say, you can catch me speaking with some candor and authenticity that comes across in live streams. So yeah, let me know what you think of the chapter. Let me know what you think of Goku getting his memories. Let me know what you think of, you know, the Oracle fish not recognizing gas. I think that's going to be a big thing here. Let me know what you think of Manito. You know, again, like I made the video yesterday, this dude, he's like an onion. The more you peel him, the more it stinks. It's like, God, what else are you hiding, bro? Oh, now you got a scouter? When Vegeta asked you before how Bardock defeated gas, you was like, oh, I don't know, I fell asleep. Bullshit. You knew you had this scouter. Like, come on, man. Like, what else is going on? What happened with the Dragon Balls? All that and more coming soon on the channel. Like and subscribe. Oh my God, if you watch this entire video, why? Oh my God, like and subscribe. I said why. I was trying to say wow, but I was also trying to say like. So I'm not saying why did you watch my whole video. I'm saying I can't talk. That's what I'm saying. But hey man, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your support. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next week. Bye.